Hey everybody, welcome to my live. I'm glad everybody can join. I'll never get used to this delay. Just looking at the comments. Thank you for coming in. I'm Connie and I have Blue Land Creations by Connie. I make bags, purses, wallets, keychains. I crochet. I do alterations. Let's see what else. I have a heat press. I have a laser, so I can do a little bit of everything. But my passion is, as you can see from behind me, purses and bags. So, happy Friday to everybody. I know I've had a long week and I couldn't wait till Friday. I work half days and I walked out. We got out at noon and I walked out at 12 o'clock. I was ready. I've been filling in for some of my team as team lead. That's part of my job is when they're out, I gotta help fill it or fill it myself. And we're very short-handed. We just hired 3 new people uh, this week. And they're going to be starting. They have to go through training, so it's going to be a little while before they start, and then they're going to get to train with me and then the other clinical team lead. So I'm going to say a few hellos, and then I will show y'all what we're going to make. I thought it was so cute, and it is super beginner friendly. It has 2 pattern pieces. That's it. Then that's all. And so very quick and easy. You can customize it as you want. And I've already had, my sister came in and saw it. She says, "Can you make me one I can go in the pool with?" I said, "Well, you can go in the pool with it. Just going to get wet." But I said, "Throw it in the dryer and dry it." So she's going to her best friend's in Covington next weekend for the 4th of July. And they're doing a barbecue and they have a pool and everything. And so she's excited to go. Can y'all hear? Y'all can hear me okay? I'm going to look at the chat here. Let's see if I can just pull it up. I kind of turned my computer around a little bit. Let's see. Alrighty. So I'm going to scroll up to the top and see who's here. Hey, Rosalind. Thank you for being a moderator. Appreciate you. Let's see. Hi, Miss DB. Thank you for coming in. Oh, yeah, I hear you. Dinner bushes. Well, I got lucky tonight. Both my youngest son and my husband went to work. One went at 3, one went at 4. And then my sister walked in, so I kind of had to entertain her. But she tended to my mom, fed my mom and everything for me so I can get ready for the live. And then she was browsing all my purses, asking how much I want for this, how much I want for that. So, anyway. So, let's see. Oh, I scrolled too quick. Let's go back up. Alrighty. So we have, hey Stacy. And we have Kelly. It's Rosalind again. There's Stacy again. Let's see who else we have in here. They're saying, hey, Robin, but I didn't see Robin's comment. Hi, Robin, if you're in here. Hi, Miss Sharon. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Marilyn. Thank you for joining. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, Stacy, I saw your video too. I just haven't looked at it yet. I saw you had a thumbnail out, so I'll go look at it after this slide. Uh, let's see. Okay, great. You can hear me. I worry about the camera microphone, but it seems to be working really well. Hi, Marlise. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Who else we have? I appreciate y'all coming in on y'all Friday afternoons. I know it's right before the weekend. Not everybody wants to do anything. They want to just chill for a little while. So thank you for chilling with me, because this is my stress relief. So let's see. Let's see. I think I got everybody. I'm down to the bottom. Nikki. I think Nikki. Yeah. Hi, Nikki. Sorry I missed you. So today we are going to be making this is called, what did I call it? The bottle bag. And that's what it's called. The bottle bag. I'll put the link in the description of where I got it. It's very simple pattern. I'm trying to get it in the camera. There we go. Very, very simple. You can use pretty much whatever material. The best material I would use for this would be definitely canvas, duck material. You can use vinyl on the outside. Now, depending on what kind of drink you're going to put in it, you can put vinyl on the inside. It's just, if you're having, like, it may stick to the vinyl, but you can always wipe it out and clean it. I mean, it's not going to hurt it. Because that's the next time I try for my sister, I'm probably going to try making her one with vinyl. But she wants pink, so I have to find some pink. And my Hobby Lobby doesn't have it, so I'm going to have to order it. So I used canvas on this, on the inside and the outside. On the inside, I used a white canvas. And just to give you a size reference, let's see. Let me go. This is my hand, and it comes up to, the opening comes up to right here, and then almost to my elbow. But so you have about this much. I tried a Stanley cup, and it does fit in it, but it's one without the handle. My husband has one with the handle, and we tried it in, and it's like, oops, sounds like I need to modify it and figure out how to make one for the Stanley with the handle. So, but I thought it was just cute. It's a quick sew, very easy sew, and it looks like there's only 2 pattern pieces, and then you have your strap. I used a nylon strap for the crossbody. You can make it a crossbody, you can not make it a crossbody. Right now I have it long enough to make the crossbody. And the good thing about this is, I was telling my sister, I said, the next one I make, I want to put a cell phone pocket on the outside. Or something that you can put your ID in. Like if you go, let's say, you go to an amusement park or something like that. You can bring this. I hate carrying, those lemonade drinks? They get wet and they get hot real fast. Well, if we put it in this, it'll soak up that condensation. I can put a cell phone on the outside. I can put my ID or my credit card. Put that as crossbody, and you don't have to carry anything. So I'm thinking of like doing that on my next one. That's it. Well, now I have 2 to do, one for me and one for my sister. But another thing you can do, because it doesn't take much hardware at all you need is a square ring. I mean, I'm guessing you can use a D-ring here. And then a slider to make your crossbody strap. That's all the hardware. That's it. So 2 pieces of hardware and 2 pattern pieces. And so I was showing my sister. I said, well, when you go somewhere, lately I've been carrying my keys, and I have to stuff them in my pocket, my wallet, and my phone. And it's like, if I could just get something small, not a crossbody purse like what I've been making here. It just, when you want to go on a quick store run or something like that, or like I said, you go into a sports event, you don't want to carry a purse. I'm going outside in the heat where there's dust. I'm going to sweat. I don't want to carry a purse out there. I want to carry something that can hold my water so I can have my hands free, especially when I go watch my godchild play softball, so I can yell and scream and clap my hands, and I don't want to have to put my water down. I can hold it. So you can also clip your keys to it. Get you, I make keychains. I made this one. So I just gave one to my sister. She wanted a pink one, so I looked for a pink one. But it's a wristlet, and I have the key ring on it, and I also have the clasp. So you can just take that, clasp it to there, and there you have it. Your water, your keys, your ID, whatever you want to use it for. So that's what we're making to it, and it's called the Bottle Bag, and it is by Moda La Gazelle Patterns. And they have some cute patterns, I did notice. So I'm gonna have to go back to his site. It should be in the description if y'all want to go and get that to make it. So it was quick, like I said, really quick to make. So we're gonna get started on this. I'm gonna look at the chat, see if y'all have any questions. Try to answer your questions, and then I'll show you the pieces. And then if we get done in a good time, then I'll do a quick show and tell on what I've been working on. I showed my sister-in-law Stacy last night, and I just showed my sister, and she already wants one. She says, I want one with a matching wallet. So I said, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just sit this here. There. And I am going to show y'all what y'all need. I'll move this into the view. Take the chat off of here so I can actually see my sources. Okay, we're going to go with this view right there. Okay, so here we have it. Pretty much everything you need. I still got to thread my machine though, because I had to change my thread out. I didn't realize I had black thread in there, and I'm not using black thread. So today I am using some gold. Not this, I'm sorry. That was my serger thread. We're using gold thread. I just changed out my bobbin. So it's old gold. It's going to match my material. This is the material I'm using. This is, there we go. Can you zoom? This is some material I got out of the grab bag, or is it a mystery bag? Something like that, with Sally Tomato, I believe. And this is canvas. And I got about a yard of this. And then I got scraps. It was in a scrap bag. So, but I got enough to make, I can make several more with these, and I got enough to make a strap. We're going to make our own strap. Y'all know I like to make my own straps. And then for the inside, also in the same box, I received this canvas material. So I thought it would go well with that one. And then you're going to need some woven interfacing. So I have this ready to cut out, and we're going to iron that on. We iron it on to the outside of our bag, because that's where you want your structure, to where it can stand up. Because this one, you can stand this up. So let's see. The hardware just makes it a little bit heavy to stand, but it does stand up on its own. Because I don't know if y'all saw my thumbnail. This is actual one I took the picture of. So, but it does stand up because you box the bottoms, so you have box corners on here. And there's some top stitching to make everything look really nice. So that's all the material you need. And then you can, I didn't have this multicolored. I have a slider multicolor, and I didn't have a multicolored rectangle ring, so I decided to use some silver with it. And then, of course, I have my little back tag. I'll have to figure out where I'm going to put that at. And here are your pattern pieces. That's it. These two. That's all it is. Because out of your for main fabric, you're going to cut 2 of the bigger one of your main fabric, and 2 of your lining fabric. Then you have this pattern pieces for your interfacing. So you're going to cut 2 for your fusible interfacing. And this is a little bit smaller because when you iron it on, you're actually, it's a no-brainer. It gives you your seam line. You're going to sew right along on right at the outside of this interfacing once you put it on your material. So it's a done deal for you. So I'm going to put all this aside. So depending on how you cut your material, like I use some pins. I'm going to cut this one out. It's going to give me 2. I pinned this one together. Yeah, I overdid the pins, but I didn't want it to move at all. So I'm going to pull these pins out real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and look at the chat, see if y'all have any questions. Let's see. Let's go back up here. Thank you. Yes, y'all please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for those who've come back that have subscribed, and welcome to everybody new. You can't click the link for the pattern. Okay, well, after the live, I'll go and look for it again and try to put it back in the description. Let's see. Because I know their site was down when I made my thumbnail the other day. Because I got this pattern a couple weeks ago. But, okay, thanks, Rosalind. Like I said, their site was down when I made the thumbnail. So I don't know if it's back up or not. They were making changes or something like that to their site. Hi, Jennifer. Let's see. Welcome to my live. Let's see. Who else? It is real cute, Miss Sharon. Thank you. Yes. We need to match the thumbs up to the people watching. Hi, Creative Touch Designs. Welcome. Yes, Stacy, that's what I say. You can wear it in parks. You can wear it to the ballpark. You can wear it to amusement parks. I mean, having kids growing up, you know that. Moms have to carry everything. So now it's my turn, and I'm going to make something that I don't even have to carry my own stuff in my hands. Because they still try to get me to carry things. We were at the store the other day, and my husband picked up something. He has nothing in his hands, y'all. I'm pushing the bag, I have my purse on. He turns around and hands me his stuff. I said, oh, no. I said, you don't have nothing in your hands. I said, you want to buy it, you carry it. Hi, Shamika. Thank you for coming in. Let's see who else we have here. Did I miss anybody? I'm so sorry if I did. Hi, Faker Make Fake. Thank you for coming into our live. My live, I guess I should say. Yeah, Stacy, you told me I need the wallet. My sister, she says, oh, I want that, and I need a matching wallet. Okay. Okay. Shamika has to, okay, Shamika, you're going to have to show me. We have to do a show and tell later. Who is, what bag? The one we're making today? The bottle bag? Moda La Gazelle Patterns. Oh, the other thing I'm working on, there's no pattern. It's a dupe of a designer bag, and Simply Classic has a tutorial on it. Chris Murphy with Simply Classic. Let's see. Hi, Picture Me. Hi, Miss Melinda. Thank you for coming to watch. Grandmas need nice bags too. Yep, you're right. My mother asks me every bag I make. I need that. I need that. Y'all, you can ask my sister-in-law, Stacy. My mother goes nowhere. Nowhere. I said, where are you going to bring that bag to? You never know. I might need it. Okay. Alrighty. So, let's go ahead. Let's finish threading my machine. I'm going to turn, let's see. Yeah. We're going to finish threading it. But yeah, like I said, I'll try to go to that website. I'm hoping his website is back up again. Because it was down when I was trying to get the link. So maybe that's why it's not working. I tried, y'all. And I was actually did pretty good. And I had my thumbnail up early this week. I've been having issues with my new computer. My kids have told me, Mommy, you didn't get a big enough RAM. You didn't get enough this. Like, you paid, it was too cheap of a computer. I said, look, I bought what I could afford. So, this afternoon, I stopped by Best Buy on my way home because there was 2 accidents on my route and I could see the line. So, I said, well, you know what? I'm going to pull in Best Buy. I want to go look at their open box stuff. And so that's what I did. So I asked the lady, I said, where's all the open boxes? They move it. And she showed me, she says, you just need to scan that QR code and it'll tell you what's in there. I said, okay. So I go to scan the QR code with my camera. And my phone says that you don't have enough storage. You can't use your camera. I'm like, oh my God. So I deleted a few things to try to use the camera. It still didn't work. So I said, well, let me just get a QR code that. So I tried downloading right there. I tried downloading an app, and it messed up my phone. I think I got a virus on my phone because I couldn't do anything on it at that point. So I got frustrated and I left. Then my husband says, can you stop by Walgreens? Well, Walgreens closes for lunch here from 1:30 to 2. Well, of course, I get there at 1:45. And I'm wondering, why is there a line and why isn't the line moving? So I said, I'm going to go inside. So I went inside and there was a line there too. And I'm like, okay. So that was my fun this afternoon. Trying to get home. Especially since I left at 12 from work and it only takes normally 15, 20 minutes to get home. No, not today. It was almost 2:45, I think, when I got home. So I'm getting home and they're walking out the door. Which I'm not going to complain about because it's quiet. So how's everybody else's week going? Yeah, Marilyn, she does need pretty things. Thank you for posting that, Rosalind. I really appreciate it. You're so good. Yeah, but if y'all know my mother, she's a bag and shoe fanatic. She's always has to have a new pair of shoes or a new bag. So I don't know what to. I'm like, okay, Mom, where are you going to go with this one? Where are you going to go with that one? All right. So we're going to go ahead and I have my machine threaded. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to iron our interfacing onto, well, first we got to cut it out. I'm going to use my shears for this. We cut out our interface. It's a woven interfacing, and it is, pull it out for y'all. If I can find it. Yep, there it is. It is SF101 Shape Flex. It's fusible interfacing. So it's Pelon. Normally I'll buy it off the boat, but I was in a rush and I didn't feel like waiting in the line that they had. So I just bought me a little bit of it. Hi, Kanaya. Thank you for coming in. Cool, Marilyn. I just appreciate you joining. All right. Okay, so I don't know if y'all watched. Stacy did a little video the other day on craft shows, do's and don'ts, kind of some tips and all that. Which got me and my sister we were just talking about it. They have tinsels and treasures here, and I was telling her, I said I need to look at getting in. That's our biggest craft show here in Lafayette, and I need to try to work on getting in. I got to fill out an application and all that stuff. But we were talking, and I told her, I said, I think I'm going to do more local craft shows, and see how I do there. Especially y'all, believe it or not, we're almost halfway through the year. That means Christmas is coming around. So, anyway, and you see how the pattern is? You've already, the way the pattern is on, you've already cut out your box corner. So, and I got that Pelon at Hobby Lobby, if y'all are wondering. Is this view okay? Everybody can see? It's not lagging too much, is it? I gotta get used to this delay in me looking at the camera and having the video play in front of me. Alrighty. So let's open this up. I had doubled it. That way I got my two. And like I said, this is the fusible. And we are going to fuse it to the outside of the bag. And this is going to be my outside, the print. Like I say, for a grab bag and mystery bag, I thought this material was so pretty. I was like, you know what? We're going to make a bag. So just remember, when you're using this SF101, you have a little bit of a rough side and you have a smooth side. Make sure you put your rough side down. And you see what I mean? When we go to sew, we're going to sew right there, which is I'm thinking about 1/4 of an inch. And remember, when you're doing your interfacing, you want to press. Because what happens if you move it around like this, you could stretch your interfacing and it could distort your material. Believe me, ask me how I know. Oh, look at that. Let me do this. It changed to, I don't know how to make it stop. It keeps flipping from all messages to top messages. So then I miss a bunch. So anyway, so Best Buy, I wanted to look at the open box stuff. Because I'm needing it. I just bought this computer, but I'm going to see if I can't trade it in and get a more robust one. Because I've been having issues with some lagging, and I mean, it's a good computer if you're not doing a lot of videos, streaming, editing and, you know, where you need your graphics card. I need a better graphics card is what I need. So the first thing I'm going to do is look into it and see if I can't change the graphics card or add a graphics card. I used to work, I used to work on computers, but you know what? When you don't do it and you don't practice, you lose it. And like I said, I did that a long time ago, and things have changed so much. I just don't want to. I don't have to learn it. I don't want to learn it. I want to learn what I love to do, and that's this. That's crafting. That's sewing. All that fun stuff. So, any big plans for 4th of July? Hi, Jess. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Sean. I just ordered me a bunch of hardware supplies that I've been needing to get to stock up on. So I'm waiting on that stuff to come in. Got me a bunch of nylon straps. That's why I'm making my strap today, because I don't have enough of what I had left. And I didn't have a color that to match. So I went ahead and I ordered me a bunch. And I also got me a couple more patterns. I got me a couple more hardware kits. So I have a bunch of stuff coming. So there we have it. Our interfacing is, woven interfacing is just waiting for it to, there we go. So we're gonna, when we go do our stitch, we stitch our stuff together, we're gonna be stitching right alongside there. So I'm gonna put this aside. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my strap. Okay, this is what I did is I cut a 3-inch strip, and I really didn't even measure it. I just kind of guesstimated. But this one is, let's see, 18. So that's 36. So this is about 52 inches altogether. And normally when you do a crossbody strap, it's about 52 to 54 inches. It's just depending on how long you want. And so what we're going to do here is make sure this is directional. So I want to make sure that I put my material the same way. So I'm going to put my right sides together on the end of this, because I'm going to sew my strap together. I'm just overlapping very little, like maybe 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to take one of my pins, pin it on both sides so I kind of have a guideline and nothing moves. I don't want anything moving. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew corner to corner right here. Let me get my foot pedal. I have a knee thing for this, but my table right here is a little too high for it. So, put that down. I'm going to find my corner here. I'll put my finger on it, and that way when I start sewing, I know I'm sewing straight down. I guess I could draw a line. I'm not. And just let your machine take it through, and it'll stay straight as long as you don't move it. So there we have it. I'm going to open it up, make sure we're aligned. Yep, we're good. So now we can cut off our excess. When I'm using like this canvas, I like to use my picking shears because it does help with the fraying. And if you're a quilter, this is a couple of good pieces to put away and use for your scrapping. So Just clip this little corner off. Quick. There we go. And there we have it. Now, what I do like to do, I like to open my seams. I'm going to open this. I'm going to iron it, and then I'm going to go back on the other side, top stitch. I just think it looks really nice. I love to top stitch things because I think it adds a little bit of a professional look to it. One thing I like about canvas, it irons really well. It presses really well. So, cut my thread. Got it long a while ago. Cut that corner. So I'm going to just top stitch right alongside both edges. Just to keep that flat down, and it'll help with the bowl. I'm going to just do a little more than eighth of an inch. What I'm doing is I'm lining up my my seam with the inside edge of my presser foot. So I'm going to go this way too. So now there we have it. Our seam is top stitched. And so like I said, this is 3 inches wide. And when I measured, it was about 52 inches long. I'm going to slide my machine out of the way real quick. Because what I want to do now is I'm going to fold it. We're going to fold it in half from both ends. Because once we fold it in half, we're going to fold it in half again, like this, to sew it down. So I like to press it just to where it stays. I say press it, iron, because I am moving the iron. Hopefully everyone gets to kind of make this. Like I said, it's really, really beginner friendly. You can customize it however you want. Like I said, I want to add a pocket, foam pocket to the outside for mine. Maybe a pocket in a pocket. One, like a little slip pocket to put my ID or credit card or whatever. And then the auto part, I'll put the my phone on it. So, and then what I also thought about on that pocket, or even on the other side of the bag, embroidering a monogram or something on it. Or you can put a cute patch on it. I mean, I think we can dress it up. I even thought about putting bag charms, which that's another thing I think I'm going to start doing, is making some bag charms to go with the bags I make. Not everyone will have one, but I bought me some supplies to do that, because what my plan is, at my next craft fair, I want to do a table where they can build their own bag charm. I'll have all the supplies out, and then they'll be charged so much for what they make, and they said they take it with them, but they can make their own with the selection that I have there. So, which I went to Michael's the other day, and they had their beads, string beads, were buy 2 get 2 free, and I get a senior discount, 10%, and I had a 40% off coupon, plus I had a 20% off, and I got to use them all. So I got some a really good deal on everything. Hi, Gail. Thank you for coming in and watching. We're working on our strap, our crossbody strap for our bottle bag. Yes, Marlies, I want to build a charm station. And create your charm. Create your own charm or something like that. Stacy, my sister-in-law, Lady Blue Bear Designs. We do the same craft show together. I started doing that mine. My first year was last year with her, and she does Build-A-Pin, a table where you build a pin, and that is her money maker right there. I'm gonna tell y'all, you'd be surprised the people that they walk up and they build their own little pins. I think I have a pin right here. Yep, it's similar to this right here. I think Kelly, thank you, Kelly sent me this one. Oh, there we go. Sorry. You build your own pin. You have the outsides and all that, but she does that and she makes a killing off of it because it gives some like kids walking by while their parents are shopping, and you just charge a set fee, and they can be creative as they want to be, and they come out with something that they can use because bag charms are really big right now. Even Hobby Lobby is selling actually bag charms that are made. The scarves, just like we did, like this one. I have a bag charm on this one. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Yeah. The 4th of July. I have some beads on it. And then also have, I made a little, like, I cut up some of my bandana and made a little bag bow with it. And then I put some streamers, things on it. And I just put it on a clasp and a keychain holder. That's all. So you can actually, it can be removable. It's removable, so. But like I said, they're a real big thing right now. I saw a lady in a Hobby Lobby, and lady in Hobby Lobby, and she saw me getting all my beads, and she said, "What are you gonna make?" And I said, "I'm gonna work on making some bag charms." And so she turned around, she showed me hers, and she had 3. They went along the front of her bag in 3 different kinds, and it dressed up her bag. It was not the hanging one like this. It went across, it draped across the front of her bag. And it was really, really cute. She says, "Oh, I love bag charms. I love them," she said. I'm like, "But I don't have the patience to make them." I said, "That's okay. I'll make them for you." And then I met a lady at Ollie's last weekend, I think it was. My husband and I were in there. Or it might have been the weekend before. And we were talking. My husband talks to everyone, does not meet a stranger. And so I think I had one of my bags. Or no, he was wearing a shirt. I had made him a shirt. And she was reading it. She said, "I love your shirt." He said, "My wife made it for me." She said, "You did that?" And it was DTF. I had bought it at a local craft show, and I just ironed it on the shirt. And so she said, "Can I get your information?" She said, "My church is always looking for shirts and things like that." I said, "Absolutely." So I gave her my information. We exchanged numbers. So she says, "Can I call you when we have another event or something?" I said, "Absolutely." So I got to take my husband everywhere with me. Oh, look, I just messed it up. Okay, let's go back here. It would help to look at what I'm doing, huh? All right, so now that I have it folded in half and I have a guideline of how I want to fold it, we're going to fold it in half again, and then we're going to top stitch both sides to create our strap. But before I do that, I want to turn, I need my arm for this. We're going to turn just about 1/4 of an inch in. That way we don't have any raw edges, because this is canvas. This is not vinyl or leather where you can leave your raw edges. I'm going to turn it in, and we're going to do both ends. So let me grab the other end while I'm here and open that up and do the same thing. I'm going to turn it in about 1/4 of an inch on it down. And there was another cute purse. Yeah, I've seen so many cute purses. I'm like kind of like my mother. Not that I carry a lot of purses, but apparently I have an addiction to purse patterns. I want to buy them all. That's why I try to look for a lot of free ones. Sally Tomato, y'all go on Sally Tomato. She has a lot of freebies. She's got a few patterns in there as well. So if you're looking for something you want to just try your hand at, she's got several different little projects that you can download the pattern for free, or you just put it in your cart, and there's no limit to how many free things. Believe me, one time I think I bought a couple of things, and the rest was all free stuff. But she's got a lot of cute things that you can make, and it won't cost you anything but your material. I want to say she's got a bench pillow pattern on there or something similar to that. I can't remember exactly. I like Sally Tomato. Like I said, there's a lot. I like Simply Classics patterns. Sally Tomato. I like Butter Bags. Lynn's Handmade. So, and all of them at one time or another have free patterns you can go online and get. You just got to look out for them. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and sew our strap down. I'm just trying to make it as even as I can. I'm going to take a clip. I'm going to just clip this to hold it in place. And I'm going to take the other end and I'm going to do the same thing. Because since I ironed it that way, it has time to kind of adhere to the I'm going to have to cut those little threads off. Okay. So you want to, of course, sew your folded edge first. I know we just put the clip on, but you got to bring it to your machine, and that'll help you keep it in place. Make sure you backstitch. Okay. And then get it started, and once you get it started, kind of like if any of y'all did that jelly roll, you fold. I fold as I go. I don't use any little tools because it bothers me. And like I tell y'all before, when you're sewing, and you're sewing this type of stuff, you position your hand to where you don't move your hand, and once you have your fabric lined up, and your other hand, you're just kind of, it's kind of like you pull a pull stick. Think of it that way. When you're holding a pull stick, you don't hold it tight. You open you kind of slide it between your fingers there. It's the same concept. You're just guiding it. And so, like I said, this hand, I just put it here, and you can feel it with your fingers. And I keep them in the same position. That way my material don't move left or right. And remember, you don't look at your needle, just a little tip. You look at your presser foot. You look at your material. Where are you going? That's where you want to look. Because if you look at your needle, you're going to definitely not sew straight. I'm sewing today on a Juki TL 18 QVP. I bought it about a month ago, I guess, and I'm loving it. Oh, let's see. I think I changed my needle. I couldn't tell you what kind it is. I want to say it's the denim needle. Uh, let's see. But I'm loving my machine. I still haven't used all the features on it yet. I still want to learn to use they have this little knob up here that actually helps when you have thick materials. It'll help me raise or lower the foot to adhere to the material so it's not constantly up and down. It keeps it steady at a steady height. And I haven't tried that yet. And that's what I bought it for because I did like that feature. Going over doing purses, there's a lot of thick seams that you do go over. And so, and then the other feature I bought it for, it had a lot of press repeat that came with it. It's one step up from the TL 2010Q. But I'm loving it. It was not from in my mind. It was not a bad investment at all. I was looking at getting an industrial, but I decided let me start with this and work my way up. I mean, if I end up doing more leather, actual leather bags, then I'll consider the industrial. But this bag we're making today, this pattern, can definitely be done on a domestic, a regular. You do not need heavy duty, depending on the material you use, I guess, I should say. This is just canvas today. It's not that thick. We're not folding it over several times. So, back stitch. And now we're gonna go ahead and flip it around and we're gonna do the other side. And again, on this side, I'm lining it up with this side of my presser foot. Alrighty. Now, we'll just cut our threads. Laura made some boot charms. Jess, I don't understand. The best way to sell things is what? Oh, yeah. Is where you own. Okay, I got you. I get you now. Yes, my husband, whenever I get, every purse you see on this wall, these are the first ones I've made. Every purse you see on this wall, I have carried. I like to test my own products, and there's a couple of them that I have to rethink on some of the stuff to make it a little bit stronger. Um, So that's why I carry them. Um, the only ones I haven't used yet are these bandana bags and the clear plastic ones, and of course the little girl ones. I haven't used those yet. Okay, so I just remembered I need to cut off part of this because there's, you have to have a small section. Let's see. And really the size is up to you. It's going to be this part right here. This part here that connects on your square ring. This is separate. I guess you could just do it the other way, but this way it just, I think it looks nicer. Um, if you wanted to, you could set it up to where you can make it, I guess, wristlet. If you really wanted to, make it large enough to where, and then make this removable to where you can take it off. But I'm going to make sure I smell my iron. It's like, hopefully it's not touching anything. But this is the part I need to make right here. So this is about, see, this is the end of it right here. So this is going to be like 2.5. This is going to be 5 inches. So I need a 5-inch strip. I'm going to just take it off of the crossbody strap I just did. Because we're going to fold it over and sew it into the bag itself. So okay, so let's measure 5 inches. That's going to be about right here. So we're going to just go ahead and fold it in half. So we're going to do this. Do that. And so now I don't have I'm going to have to flip this edge when I put this part on here. And I'm going to flip it over to where there's no raw edges. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do while I have it in my hand. Is your slider. You want to slide it up and back down to where you have it on the little bar in between. And then flip it over. And it's up to you if you want to flip it one more time. But since it's canvas and it's not vinyl, if you have vinyl or leather, you can leave the raw edge. But I'm going to fold it once. Give myself just a little room here. And what you could also do is just use a rivet here. But I'm going to just sew it. I'm going to sew 2 lines across to secure it. Make sure you back stiff on this because this is going to take some wear and tear. Stitch. Okay, there's one line. Turn this. We're going to do a second line of stitching. Okay, here we go. Cut. Got more stitches off the back. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our other strap. I'm going to go ahead and put it like this, and I'm just going to tack this down because we're going to be sewing it to our so I'm going to just go like one line across. just to hold it together. Alright, so that's been prepped. So next, to do our crossbody, we're going to take this part and we're going to just go ahead and slide it. Put that on here. And she's going to put it on there, right there. Just make sure your straps are straight. So what you have is this right now. You're going to take your other end from this. You're going to slide it in here, up and under, and then over and down. So this is what you're going to have right here. This, and I did it right. Yep. So what's going to happen? See, you're going to have this end going to go into one side of your bag, and the other end of this will go here. So you should have two ends right there. Gail. Yeah, that pull stick is not going to move if you hold it that tight. Okay, so now we get on to the fun part. Let's see. So this is our lining. So what we're going to do is we're going to put right sides together and we're going to sew down one side. That's it. We're going to sew down one side for now. So you don't need a lot of clips, just to hold it in place. And we're going to do the same thing with our outside. We're going to put them right sides together. And we're going to sew down one side. That hurt. Alright. So this is what you're going to have. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to sew, and you're going to sew right along that the edge of your interfacing. So this is what you have. So we're going to do both of them because we're going to go back and do some top stitching. So you're going to do the same here, and you don't have no interfacing, so but you're going to sew the same amount here, which is it looks like it's about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start with this one. You're going to open up your bag, put your right side down, and we want to flatten this seam. You can finger press it if you want. I'm going to just pass my quick. I'm going to do the same thing to this one, because we're going to be matching seams. Okay, finger press. I thought this blue canvas was so pretty. Hi, Miss Evelyn. Thank you for coming in and watching. I'd love to see if some of y'all make this and how y'all customize it. Make it your own. So now we're going to flip them over and we're going to top stitch on either side of your seam. And I am going to do about 1/8 of an inch. My stitch is set at 3 inches. If you want a longer stitch, you can. So that's one side. There's the other side. So this is basically what we've done. Okay, let's do the other. Let's do the outside. When you iron it down too, it helps you to where you know you're going to catch it and it's not going to flip over. Little off course there. So I'm going to just go back where I got off course and I'm going to do it right. There. I stitched in the ditch. Turn it around and we'll do the same thing. Oh. I came unthreaded. I love this, the machine, this TL 20, not 2010 Q, TL 18 QVP. It's super easy to thread. I love it. I'm going to have to take my other machines out at some point, though, and give them a little workout. Once I have a big enough area, I'll set them all up. That way they'll get used. Make y'all laugh. My kid told me he was moving out. But the way he told me he was moving out was not very funny. He had a mattress. He bought a queen-size mattress. Mind you, he sleeps in a twin bed. And he put it in his brother's room in plain sight. He thought he was hiding it. Well, we just bought my son an AC, so my husband went in there just to check out the AC, make sure it was working right and all that. And he saw that, and he told me about it. He said, "Did you know Caleb bought him a mattress?" I said, "No." And so I went in there to look, because he told me to go check the AC out, and that's when I saw it too. So when my kid came out, I said, hey dude, why you got you a queen-size mattress? What's that for? He didn't want to answer. Because y'all ask too many questions? I said, really? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to end up putting pieces here. I had it fold over. We're going to end up putting our pieces together just like this. We're going to match our seams. But first what I want to do is I want to put my strap. And the way we're going to put our strap is I'm going to make sure it's not twisted. Okay. So we're going to line up our strap. You can overlap it a little bit if you want. You're just going to put it in the center. Eyeball it. Do the same thing with this side. Put it in the center. I think I'm doing this out of order. Let me find. I do have the instructions somewhere. Hey, I'm coming back. Give me a minute. guess I could have shown y'all a picture of it, you know. Anyway, this is where the pattern comes from. So once you get onto that website, it's the bottle bag. If it'll focus. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's up with this camera today. Anyway, so that's where you this pattern came from. So you did. They have several different designs that she did on here. I would though recommend, like I used on that other one I made, a nylon strap for sure. I would recommend a nylon strap. They also recommend gabardine canvas or duck cotton are ideal for these. It just is, you can use, actually it says any sturdy fabric. Now for the lining, they recommend the lightweight polyester quilting cotton, light and medium fabric, or poplin. You can use cotton webbing and fusible interfacing. You can use the nylon webbing as well. And that's it. So they it is a piece that you're gonna have to cut out your pattern, but you don't have to piece it together because it's just two little parts. So you get to the part. Yeah, I was right. I was doing it wrong, but I was right to put my strap on right now. Okay. So what we got to do is do this. We put it on the outside on our make sure you're, there we go. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put it to the outside of your bag. And you're going to go center it like this. And make sure you're not twisted. Hi, Shay Shay. Thank you for coming in to watch. Y'all tell me if I missed anybody, please. Okay, so you're gonna do this with it first, and then we're gonna tack it down. We're gonna just tack it down to the top real quick, and then once we've tacked it down, then we're gonna take our lining and we're gonna place that on the top of it. And then we're gonna sew. Yeah, we're gonna sew around the top to where the bottom stays open, because remember, we're going to box our bottoms. So let's go ahead and just tack these straps down real quick. I'm going to go up a little bit. Okay. There's one. No. There we go. Go ahead and tack this one down. When you're doing stuff like, you got to make sure you hold this down in place because it will move on you. All right, so now we have that tacked down. We're getting there, y'all. Almost. All right. So I want to put my bag tag on here. So I am trying to think where I want it to be, because I did not put it on this one. So I'm thinking because when your straps are going to go, they're going to go like this. So this is going to fold over. So I think I want to put it, I'm going to put it like on the corner here, or maybe here. What do y'all think? See, this is where we're going to have it. Maybe right here, coming out this side. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I just had my back tag right here. That's what made me think of it. Need this anymore. Let's get this out the way. Y'all, I'm losing my mind. Grab another one. Oh, and that's another thing I plan on. Several people have asked me for a tutorial on doing these bag tags that I have. So that's gonna come up. It's gonna be a quick, I think, video. Let's see. So there we go. So we're gonna I'm gonna clip this in place. Overlap it a little bit. There we go. That way when I go sew it together, it'll get sewn. There. Alrighty. So whenever you're going to sew these together, you got to remember to keep your straps on the inside of the because you want them on, you just want them on the inside. So make sure your strap is down, and you're going to take your lining and you're going to line it up, and you're going to clip it in place. So we're going to start at the top. We're going to line up our top first. See, this is why I should have used my pinking shears on this, because they're the edges are fraying. Okay. Start with those three. That at that top. See, we're gonna do this one. Almost took my bag tag clip off. Alright, so there. Now you're gonna line up your seams in the center. Line this. Then you're gonna line up your edges. Here. And here. There we go. Where I have my bag tag, I'm going to go ahead and smooth my clip to the inside, to the outside. And we're going to put it up here too. Here we go. Now we're going to sew starting at this edge, the straight edge, and we're going to pivot, and we're going to go up, around, and down, and stop here. We are not going to sew from here to here. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to start on this end. I'm doing 1/4 inch. For the back stitch. When you get to the, remember you got to pivot. Keep the needle down if your machine doesn't automatically do it. And when you're going around the corners, just take it slow. You don't have to rush through it. because it's not, if you go slow, you'll have that nice curved edge. You won't have a jaggedy edge. I'm going to go to the edge and back stitch, and then I'm going to go back. When I back stitch, I'm going to pivot and go around. That way it holds that edge together. And I'm going to back stitch over this because, like I said, this is going to be your stress point. Anytime you have a stress point on the bag, you want to make sure it's really secure. Okay, and we're going to pivot again. We're going to go down this side. Make sure you're not catching your bag strap on the inside. Make sure it's out of the way. Come into the corner there. Pivot, and I come straight across. I did the edge and the back stitch. Oh. Pivot straight across. I'm gonna back stitch over the strap on both ends, edges. Okay. Nope, I'm too far in. I'm gonna go that one. Okay. And we're going to finish our last curved edge. Okay, this is where my bag tag is, so I need to be careful that I catch it, but I don't go over my words. I'm going to have to open this because I think it moved. Okay, there we go. Holding that down so nothing moved. I'm going to finish off this edge. And then I'm back stitching. Okay, so this is what you're going to have now. Now I'm going to go ahead and clip these off quick. Okay. So there, now this is what you should have. All the top has been sewn down, and your bag should be hanging out here. And then now what we're going to go back and do, because these are curved edges, and when you turn it out, you want it to be nice. So we're going to clip along these curved edges real quick. Make sure you don't clip your stitches though. And then you can clip your corners. do the same here. I'm going to clip the corners diagonally. And then go and clip your rounded edges. Alrighty. There we go. So now that we have that's done, so now what we're going to do is we're going to sew our edges together. So to where we can flip. Let's see. So you make sure your bag is, so you're gonna open your bag up. So this is what you have right now. Make sure your strap is on the inside. And you're gonna fold it in half to where you have this sticking up and you have that sticking up. And so we're gonna match our seams here at the corner, or at in the middle. Try to match them as best you can, because it really does, it makes a difference, and it looks really nice when your seams are all matched up. Hi Sherry, thanks for coming in. We're almost done. Okay, so I'm going to clip and just go ahead and clip them, because that's what we're going to do next. We are going to sew. Sew down this edge. So now we're going to do, I'm just clipping that so this corner does not, we're going to sew down this edge, okay? Because when we get done, like I said, we're going to have like a tube here. These are going to be open, because once we do that, we're going to be able to box our corners. Again, you're going to follow the line of your interfacing. And the one side will have your interfacing. You could interface, I guess, both sides. I did for the last one I did. It's not called for. Because you want the outside, you want it to be able to be sturdy. That's why I think they have you do the interfacing on the outside. So, okay. So there you have it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with my pinking shears, and I'm going to clip along this edge. Just kind of clean it up a little bit and take some of the bulk out. So now this is what you got. You have this tube, and then you have your now we're going to go ahead and we're going to sew the edges. And I just remembered I was supposed to leave a gap to be able to turn the bag. That might help. So I'm going to leave it on, you leave it on the lining side. Because once we box our edges, you won't be able to, you got to be able to open it. Okay. You know what, and the funny thing is, I think I did this too when I made the bag last night, or the other day. I forgot to leave my opening. Y'all, I have a seam ripper, and it's just right there, but okay. Alrighty. So I would say you leave about a 4-inch gap, because like so you have that strap you're gonna pull through, all that other stuff. Okay. I say 4-inch, not a 4-inch by no means. Okay, that's all we're gonna do. I'm gonna go back over this and reinforce it. That way it doesn't come apart on me when I'm flipping everything out. Go back over this stitch. Let's see. So the way I do that is just I go back and back stitch. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Locking those stitches. So now we have our opening. Oh, we're in business. Alright, so now you're going to sew along the edge here because we're going to be boxing our bag. So you got to have this edge sewn. Do the same thing along this edge. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to take my pinking shears and I'm going to just clean up this edge a little bit. I'm not going to go too much. I'm just doing it because I keep it from fraying. I have to go. I got this at Hobby Lobby when Fiskars were 40% off because I needed some more pinking shears. My other ones were not sharp at all. So this is what we have. We have an opening here. We have our corners. The only thing that's not sewn are these box corners. So now that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to box our corners. Everybody knows how to box corners, right? Thank you everybody for liking. I really, really appreciate it. So open your seams when you're boxing these corners because the flatter it is, the better, the less bulk. Yeah. Match your seams. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and just clip your seam right here. Once you get it all, like I'll clip it and then I'll go back in the middle just to make sure I'm lined up. If I have to unclip it, I will. There we go. Now we're lined up. I guess if you wanted to, you can iron these, but I'm not going to do that. There we go. Do the same thing with your other corners. So you're going to do all 4 corners. See, it makes it see like this one was, we did flat. Makes it easier, especially when you're boxing corners. Okay, same thing here. Line up your seams. Clip in the middle. And I'm going to clip on these either side. Do y'all clips break like this too? Man, I lose a lot of clips just from them popping, snapping on me. I guess I'm trying to clip too much thick fabric together. I need to get me the bigger clips for my purses. And I've seen some bag makers actually use some those black binder kit clips for the office. I have some of those. I just got to pull them out. And then also staple. You staple your bag together so you can sew it, and that way it stays in place and it doesn't move. And then you just remove your staples after. Okay, that one and this one. And one more to box. And then we'll sew them up. And guess what will be done with our bag? I know I probably I talk more than I sew. It wouldn't take long at all if I didn't talk, huh? Okay. More clip. There we go. All right, let's get them sewn together. Quarter of an inch. The pattern really doesn't tell you how much to sew in. I guess it's a preference. I like quarter of an inch. So there's one corner. And I like to, let's see, sew on the seam that, put the flatter side down. It should both be flat, but if you didn't iron them, quarter inch. Make sure you're back stitching. Make sure this is flat and it's not folded over, because that would really not be good. That's one side. Then do the other side. Now get to flip it out. I'm back stitching over my center. Okay, and one more, y'all. And then the last thing we're going to have to sew is just going to sew that. And I'm thread it again. We're going to sew up that opening. That's the last thing we have. Nope, it got caught up, that's why. I didn't use no double-sided tape. Alrighty, there we go. Let's try this again. Alrighty, there we go. Guess what I'm going to do? Use my pinion shears. The less bulk, the better. One side. It just likes. Even though you're not going to see it, I know it's there. And I want it to look pretty. I don't want to know that all this fraying is going on. Because you never know. If you're like me and you buy something and you take it apart, I like to know that it's as clean as it can be on the inside. Alright, and then, let's see, this. Y'all ready? We're going to birth our bag. Yes, that's what it's called. When you pull your bag through a very small opening, that is exactly what it's called. So, let's say we got our box corners. Now, what we're going to do, we're not almost done. We got a top stitch before we're finished. I forgot about that. I mean, you don't have to top stitch, but we're going to top stitch. Let's see. Let me find my opening. First thing I'm going to pull through is my sharps. Just makes it much easier. I'm going to pull this one edge through. There you go. That's what makes it easy, because this you can actually just pull and it pops right out. So, sorry, that's my mother's phone. It's a spam. Spam call. That's funny how it tells you it's spam. Here's my bag tag. So, look, you're going to box out these corners here. You pull this part out. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, I'm not in the frame, huh? Okay. Oh, we got a loose thread there. Gotta cut that out. Oh, it came out. Alright, so this is what you should have now. You should have a bag with wings. Inside out. Okay? You should have your outside of your bag, and then you should the inside of your bag. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull our material. You just pull. If you pull like this, look how it automatically folds it in. And all you got to do is pinch it closed, and we're going to sew right on the edge, just so we can catch our material. It's like it's going to be on the inside. So now if you wanted to change a thread and do it the same color as this, that's fine. I am not. So start a little bit before your opening so you can do your back stitch and secure it. Like that. And it's just is barely 1/8 of an inch. So just enough to where I catch the edge. And making sure that it stays folded the whole time, and you're catching both the top and the bottom of this. And then back stitch on the other end. So this is what we have. So very, very little. So now we get to turn our bag. Let me cut this off. So now we're going to tuck it inside. These threads. I like this one, this material. Yeah, there we go. Push your corners out. There we go. So you can stop here if you wanted to. If you really wanted to, you could stop right there and you'd be done. But I don't see how it, I don't like how this looks where there's no structure. So I'm just going to clip this in a couple of places just to keep it folded down. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you, make sure you, your corners here, you want to make sure they're turned out. I didn't do that. One little trick I did learn a long time ago. Just take a straight pin and you pull that out. Just be careful not to rip your threads. That's all I'm doing. And it's just I'm turning my little corner out. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to do it on this side too. Okay, there we go. That side, let's see if we got to do it on this side. Yeah. So I'm going to just poke it in there and I'm going to just pull it out. There we go. That's square. There we go. This is square. But the better part is before you turn it out, take your chopstick or your turner and turn it out. So now it's black. So we're going to take a couple of clips, like I said, and we want to clip this flat. I'm going to clip this. That way when we go over it, it doesn't roll. You want it, you don't want your inside, I mean, if you do, that's fine, but you don't want your lining to show on the outside. So, see, like here, I'm going to roll it to where just my outside shows. There we go. And do the same thing to this side. Go here. There we go. And then this side, same thing. And we're going to top stitch. Alrighty. Okay, there's my. So now I'm going to start right here at the top. And we're just going to go all the way around. Remember, you're not in a race to go around your corners. And just so you know, like I told you, I try out all my bags that I make, and I did carry this to work the other day, and it did free up my hands in the morning to where I can, because we have to badge our wing into the clinics, but it left my hands free to do so. And also, it left my hands free to where I didn't have to carry my water and my coffee cup, because I have a coffee cup, and now I'll carry that in my hands. But it freed up my hands to where I didn't have to do both. All right. Across the top. And go back down the other side. Yeah, we gonna finish right on time. Check this out. We're almost there. I have to get used to this. I still like on the back stitching, because if you're not careful, it'll go off your. If you have your foot still on the gas so much. All right, y'all. Let me move some of this out the way so y'all can see what we made. Well, we're going to clip our threads first. Sure that's, yeah, because that was our beginning and our end. So there we have it, y'all. Our machine out the way. Cute little water bottle. Look, I have starch right here. Oh, I have a water bottle with a handle, but I have my starch right here. Look, I'll just show y'all how it looks. Isn't that cool? Now you have a dressy. This would be dressy. Let's see, one thing I didn't do well. I should have flipped this around. See, I have it backwards. It's gonna bother me, so I'm gonna undo it after a while, and I'm gonna just flip it to where the slider is correct. So, but like you can look crossbody. Look how like this crossbody. It hangs right there, perfect. So let me take my sewing machine off so y'all can actually see. There we are. Hey everybody. Let's move this out the way. So here, like I said, it sits in here. There we go. Wear it as a crossbody. You can wear it towards the front, and you can wear it towards the back. You know, however you want. But I think it's cute. I thought it was cute. It's like that is a good idea. You know, for all us moms that end up having to carry everybody's dreams. There we go. It'd be cute to make a 6-pack like this, right? So this is made today. So like I said, and this is our top stitching right here. So, but this was, I was talking about my water. This is one for Word. See, I have a handle, and it doesn't quite cut it. It doesn't go. You can still carry it, but it's going to probably fall out. So I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to just alter it maybe to where you can actually put one with a handle. And I think I'm going to do like some Velcro or something, add some Velcro or a strap here, a buckle strap, that you can slide it in and then close it up between the handle. And so one good thing about this is it'll absorb the sweat, the condensation off your drink. It also will probably keep it colder if you have a cold drink. So, thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right. So I said I'd do a little show and tell. So if you want to stay, I understand if you got to go, but if you want to stay, thank you for staying. I showed my sister-in-law last night what I was working on. So let me grab it for y'all. If I can see where I put it. All my purses. Yep, back here. This is a dupe from Simply Classic. A dupe on a designer bag. This is the leather that I ordered from. It's in the, I think it's in the description, I think. Let me see. Let's see if it's there. Hi, Miss Linda. Let's see, where we go. I keep hitting more and it keeps disappearing. Okay. Let's see if I can see. Because I thought I linked everything that I bought. No. I didn't put that in there. I'll have to find it. I can't remember off the top of my head. But basically what it is I'm not done. It has 6 purse feet. I top stitched the bottom here. It's some Louis Vuitton leather. Um, it smells really good. I love the smell of leather. But I have it clipped here because I need to order. I didn't have the right color rings that I need, the spring rings on here to go through the grommets. There's 4 grommets on each side. 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4. And have it clipped because that's how it's going to fold. It's box corners. It's got a magnetic snap in it. I have a slip pocket, 2 bigger slip pockets, and there's one in the middle that, let me take the pin off of there. You can slide a pin into. Isn't that cool? And then so on the other side, I have a zipper pocket. And I have a key ring or key string in there. This one I lined with some gold, and it's top stitched around. So you sit the bag in there, and then after you sit the bag in there, then you box the last thing you box are your lining corners. So you box your lining last. But I like it. It's a good size. Like if I'm going, like let's say at a wedding or something like that, or I'm going somewhere nice to dinner with friends or whatever, I'm going to carry this type of bag because I'm going to carry my wallet and things like that. I like to carry a nice bag. Now this one, I haven't done the strap yet on it, but it's going to have a strap. Once I get my spring ring, see there's 4 grommets on it. And when you fold it in, you're folding according to your corners. You straighten out your corners like this, and then you put a grommet on one side and then the other side, and the same thing for this. And your ring is going to go through all 4 grommets, and that's what your strap is going to hold on to. So it's going to be a shoulder strap. It's not going to be crossbody because this is not a crossbody purse. So anyway, so go check out Simply Classic. She's got a video on this one. It's a dupe for basically a $3,000 designer bag that you make for, your cost of materials and your time and so forth. So you bring in a $3,000 bag to about a $110 bag. So y'all try it out. This was not really a hard sew at all. Don't have a lot of pieces. You customize it like you want. Now there's no pockets on the outside. For a nice bag, that's what I like. Because to me, if I have a pocket on the outside, that kind of not cheapens it, but it doesn't make it as dressy. I like where, hey, you can't see all my stuff. I got to open it to see it. Like I said, it's a magnetic snap, so there's just one snap that it closes, and once it's closed, it'll look like this with the rings here and the handle on top. So that's my show and tell. Now I did, I think that's all I got. The links below for this. Okay, good. It's because I got the brown and I got the black. And then they sent me a small piece of their colorful one. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Miss Sharon. Hi, Dreams Unlimited. Thank you. I really appreciate y'all all for coming today. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And hopefully y'all try, like I said, and to make it. This is a cute. It's a cute bag. Like I said, pick your materials, customize it. Like I said, my next one, I'm going to add the pocket I was talking about. I want to add a pocket right here. And I might do some embroidery on the other side. But I want to add a pocket to where, let's say, I can slide my phone in there. And then I want a pocket on the inside, just like a card pocket, just to slide a credit card and my ID in there. And that way when I go somewhere, I slip my phone in there, slip my credit card in there, got my water. Remember, drink more water. And that's what, when I saw this, it's like, because I've been trying to drink more water. I'm bad about it. Look, the whole time I've been sitting here, I have water here and I haven't sipped it once. I sipped it before I started, but I haven't sipped it once. So just remember to drink water. It's hot out there. Um, at least in my part of the world. So I guess I'll let y'all go, and I hope y'all have a great Friday evening. And I haven't decided if I'm coming on next Friday, since it's the 4th of July holiday. What do y'all think? Y'all want to see something for the 4th of July? I'm trying to think of what we can make for 4th of July that would be fun. And it doesn't have to be a bag. I'll try anything. We'll try anything. Anything that might be fun. Might have to look and see. Thanks, Rosalind. Yeah, Jennifer, you can personalize it big time. You can do what you want with that. Like I said, and it doesn't take a lot of material. You can do this with one fat quarter, two fat quarters. Because you need some lining material and you need your outside material. And then you need interfacing. That's it. So two fat quarters and some interfacing. And then whatever you're going to use for your strap. Which, like I said, I like making my own straps. And I'll probably make my own strap again. But nylon webbing will, excuse me, will do the trick as well. Sorry, y'all. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to let y'all go. We can stay on here all night, but I might not be able to talk tomorrow. And I have to think of something else to sew on tonight. I really want to download another pattern and start another UFO unfinished object. What do y'all think? All right, y'all. Y'all be kind to each other. I like that what Patrice says, because I have a child that is autistic, and him growing up, and people were not kind. And it's just because of ignorance. They didn't know how to deal with it. They didn't know what was the issue, and they didn't bother to find out. There's some people out there that just are not kind. You never know what somebody's going through. I think it's like that. My son is autistic, and he has a rough time. He is not a social person. He tries to be, he wants to be, but he's just not. And he's 22 years old. He'll be, of course, 23 next year. We don't anticipate him moving out, so he's going to be my pal for a long time, I'm afraid. I mean, I'd like to see him become independent, but he's okay right now. He helps me around the house, and he is trying. He's come out of his shell a lot. But be kind to kids, because you don't know what they have. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know their struggles. You don't know the parents' struggles. So, y'all have a great day. My pegboard setup. All I will see y'all in these here YouTube streets. Yes, ma'am, Miss Sharon. My pegboard setup behind me. Yes, I had my husband do that. It's six, 6 of them. It's not what I asked for, but I settled for it because he did it. And I had to make it so I could go to craft shows, and I had something to hang my purses on, because I was hanging them on the tents, and just people, you couldn't see them. So I wanted a different display for them. Right now I just have hooks here and there. I haven't really planned them very well. It's just I'm in the corner of my kitchen, so I've been using it as my backdrop, and so I can display my purses here. And then if I have company, I have something that I can kind of hide my mess when I'm not sewing. But he just took some pegboards, and then we found some, I don't know what you call them, one by twos, and he framed them, and that's all he did. And then I went and bought me a box of those hooks from Harbor Freight. It came with a bunch of them, and that's what I'm using. It come with a bunch of different hooks, and I just pop them in there. But like I said, originally I had to do it so I can bring it to my craft shows and display my purses, because I had my tables, and it just, to me, it wasn't aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So I wanted something, because you hang a purse, right? So I wanted to hang my purses. So he did that for me, and he made me 3 sets. So each of them is 2, so I can fold them in half, and we can travel with them, store them. I can move them out the way easy. They're. I just have to remember they're behind me and not to knock them down. Yes, Miss Sharon, that is the right thing to do. That is. I mean, we had a hard time, when he was growing up. Really hard time. And every now and then there's this one kid that just bullied him in elementary school, and they went to a private school, and he can tell you his first and last name at 22. He remembers him. He has never forgotten him. And every now and then he'll bring him up and say, "Son, that is in the past." I said, he didn't know better. That didn't make it right, but he didn't know better, and he didn't bother to find out. So, and as little kids, I expect them not to find out. So anyway, so y'all let me know. Send me a message if y'all want me to do a live next week, and if there's something special you want to. I have an idea of something fun. It's not a bag. It's not a wallet. It's not a purse. um, but I'm gonna try that out this weekend, and I'm gonna see how it works, and if I can get it, and it doesn't take too long, then I'll go ahead and do it on a live next Friday, because I am off Friday, so I'll have all day to prepare and stuff like that. So anyway, thank you all again for coming in and joining. I really appreciate it. I know I've said it before. I'm from Lafayette. I'm a Cajun. We don't stop talking. We can say goodbye for 30 minutes, and we're still there. Again. So y'all remember, I'm sorry, Rosalind comes on tomorrow. Rosalind, what time you coming on? I know you changed your time. What time? What time? Yes, have a great weekend, everybody. Yep, Miss Sharon. I hear you. I hear you. Um, Rosalind, what time you come on in the morning? I don't know everybody's schedule. I think Jess with Jess Craft Therapy is in here. I think she's made a schedule with everybody on it. Y'all check it out. Go to her page and check it out. Again, and Stacy, I know she and Stacy will come on Sunday morning. Shay comes on Sunday morning early. And then who else comes on Sunday? Go Savvy and Miss Crafting Cousins. 6 o'clock on Sunday night. And if I missed anybody, I am sorry. I need to print out that schedule. I keep forgetting, and I haven't done it yet. Go and watch everybody. Everybody really appreciates it. It does help I know it helps my confidence knowing that everybody in our community appreciates all our handicraft and our handcrafted items. And it kind of sparks some ideas in everybody that maybe didn't think they could do it, that can. It just brought out their confidence, and now they're trying things they've never tried before. I've been sewing for since I was in high school. I'm not going to say how long ago that was, but it was a long time ago. And I've enjoyed it ever since. And I had grandmothers that sewed. I had a grandmother that quilted. She hand quilted. She sewed. She crocheted. My godmother was a seamstress. So it kind of, I guess it runs in my blood. But the first time I made something on my own in high school in home ec is when I guess I caught the fever, and I've been sewing ever since. And I had a veil business a couple of years ago. Um, well, it's actually been more than a couple of years. I think it's been 7 years ago. Um, and I did communion veils and wedding veils occasionally. I did hair barrettes with pearls. So all my inventory from that is white because it was for communion. I had no color stuff. I have tons of pearl strands. I have tiaras. I still have all that. So I'm trying to incorporate that, see how I can use some of that inventory on some of these purses. Like I said, I want to start doing bag charms. So I have a lot of beads I can pull out and use for bag charms. I have a lot of, still have barrettes um, that make a barrette out of. I used it for the veils. Um, and at that time I used my serger, and I would serge the edges of the veils. Uh, my veils didn't have any raw edges. It was all serged. 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Just this one time, Rosalind says. Okay. So, again, do what you love. Do what you love. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Try it. You never know when your spark is going to happen. So, y'all have a great weekend. And I think I will see y'all next Friday, 4th of July weekend. If y'all celebrating, please be careful out there. Okay? All right. Y'all have a good one.